right, let's run through another chemistry question. This one says, classify the following compounds as strong, weak, or non-electrolytes. Firstly, it's pretty important to understand what an electrolyte is. An electrolyte is something that conducts electricity in water. And being an electrolyte has quite a bit to do with whether it's soluble in water. So here are some solubility rules and things that will end up being soluble or not soluble. If something is soluble, it's more likely to be an electrolyte. And then here's some rules that are specific to electrolytes. So salts are oftentimes soluble in water. Strong acids and strong bases are also soluble in water and create ions that can conduct electricity oftentimes. So given the fact that strong acids and strong bases are oftentimes form electrolytes, here's a list of some strong acids and bases to keep in mind. And then we also have weak acids and bases, which are the things that are going to create weak electrolytes. All right, so given all that information, our first compound is sodium iodide, which is a salt. It has a positive and a negative ion. A salt is something that's formed from the reaction of an acid and a base. And sodium iodide is one of those. And since salts form strong electrolytes, this is a strong electrolyte. We can also see on our solubility rules that compounds formed with sodium are oftentimes soluble, and things that are soluble are oftentimes strong electrolytes. So both of these first options have sodium. Well, we can also see acetate listed in our very soluble compounds on our solubility chart. So both of these first two options are going to be strong electrolytes because they're salts that are formed with sodium, and we also see acetate appearing. So this is very soluble and definitely a strong electrolyte. NH3 is ammonia, which is a weak base. As far as strong and weak bases go, you just kind of have to commit some of the main ones to memory. Ammonia is definitely a common base that you'll see. It's a weak base, and so it's a weak electrolyte. The first rule that we see on our solubility chart is that carbonates are oftentimes insoluble, and this is an example of an insoluble carbonate. So calcium carbonate is not an electrolyte because it's insoluble.